It's time for the final declutter, which is going to be primers and setting sprays. It should be a pretty quick one since this is a pretty small basket. So we're just going to jump right into it. I went ahead and divided that basket into categories. We're going to start with eyeshadow primer. I have 2 eyeshadow primers. I don't actually use these very often. This Milani eyeshadow primer is in the shade Nude, but I find that it's actually quite dark. And this Lorac Behind the Scenes eye primer, when I squirt it out, it has kind of a weird gritty texture, so I think it's time to let both of these go. Now we're going to do just normal face primers. I have this Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. I purchased this as a recommendation from Lauren May Beauty, but she has this oilier skin than I do, so I didn't feel like this actually prepped my skin well enough, so I'm going to be decluttering this. I don't know where the lid to this primer went, but this is the Marshmallow Primer from NYX. It's a nice primer. I kind of wish it didn't smell sweet, but it works very well, and so I'm going to be keeping it. This is another affordable primer. It is the Good Molecules Silicone-Free Priming Moisturizer. This is a great option if you're looking for a moisturizer that is silicone-free. However, I don't really care about that because silicones are what make your pores look smooth. Also, I didn't find this to be any better than just using a normal moisturizer, so I'm going to be decluttering this. I have a sample of the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. This is actually a really great primer, and I highly suggest that it's good at making sure your makeup stays longer. It is sticky, so when you use it, you will have a sticky sensation, but that is kind of the point. I will be keeping this, and you'll probably see me talk about this a little bit more in the future when I do a Milk makeup video. Okay, now we've come to my favorite priming base, which is the Vitamin Enriched Face Base by Bobbi Brown. That's a mouthful. It is just really nice. If you think it's going to be too rich for you, I would try it anyway. This was a suggestion from Amanda Z. She really enjoys this primer, and I picked it up, and I'm really glad that I did. So I will definitely be keeping it. Now we're doing glowy primers. This is the Auric Glow Last. I really do like this. It's not my favorite glowy primer because it is rather thick, which makes it really great for someone who has drier skin than I do. I do need to hurry up and use this because I've had it for a while and I don't want it to expire, but I will be keeping it. Of course, I have to have this classic from Charlotte Tilbury, the Hollywood Flawless Filter. I have it in the shade 2. This is the mini size. I'm going to be keeping this because I'm going to be doing a comprehensive review of Charlotte Tilbury in the future. Of all my glowy primers, this one's actually my favorite. I don't know that this is technically a primer. It might actually be a highlighter. I'm not sure how Say has it categorized on their site. However, I use it as a primer and it's my favorite one, and I will definitely be keeping it. Here's another popular primer, the Strobe Cream from MAC. This isn't as popular as it used to be, but it's still a standby, and I'm going to be keeping it. That is all for the primers. Now we're going to go on to setting sprays. I have a mini, travel size of the MAC Fix Plus. This is just a staple setting spray. I think I will always have this in my collection, so I will be keeping it. I'm not the biggest fan of Benefit. In fact, this might be the only Benefit product that I own. But this setting spray is really nice. It has a really great mister. It's so fine, and you definitely know that you're getting your face completely covered, but evenly covered. So I will be keeping this. When I want to look extra dewy, like beyond glowy, I reach for the Anastasia Dewy Set. This is another one of my favorites, and I will for sure be keeping it. This is the last priming spray. It is from Milk. It's the Hydro Grip Set and Refresh Spray. I'm going to be doing a video on Milk makeup, so I will be keeping that. That was a very speedy declutter. It was very easy. I ended up only getting rid of primers, which makes sense since I usually use skincare or sunscreen as my primer. If I were to add all of this up, I would say this is approximately worth $40. So that was the last declutter in my declutter series. We are going to be doing a wrap up where I compare how much I spent, how much I used in my empties, and how much I decluttered in a year. So if you want to see that video, I would suggest subscribing. And if you're looking for another video to watch, then I would suggest watching this one right here.